What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. This is The Hoop Show, and my name is Ben Reeve. And yes, we're back to enjoy, well, you're going to enjoy my misery at failing again in the footy tips. It seems like almost every week this year, it just hasn't gone right for me. What are you going to do? But I got 5 tips this week, and so not great at all. I'm currently ranked 7,191. Absolutely disgusting. But what are you going to do, hey? What can you do? I don't know what to. I keep picking Geelong, and they keep letting me down. What are we, 4-4? I probably should be a little bit higher. I'm not going to pick, not going to not pick Geelong, but well, no, that's not true. I won't pick them if I genuinely don't think we're going to win. Oh, anyway, let's get on to it. Round 9. Here we go. 2 rounds to go before the final start. Is Geelong going to make the finals? Who knows? You probably don't care if you're watching this. You're probably just a neutral or you're an AFLW or AFL footy supporter generally. But all right, so I am going to go with the Suns. I rate the Suns. I think I'm going to pick them. Should be a home game for them. They should get the job done against the Giants, I'd say. Even though the Giants are, where are the Giants on the ladder? Yeah. Well, yeah, near the bottom, 15th or something like that. So, yeah, Suns should get the job done there. Melbourne versus Freo. I think that's a pretty straightforward one for me. I do these tips well in advance just in case I forget. So don't think I'm going to change them too much, but I'm definitely picking Melbourne here, top of the ladder. Did drop that game to Adelaide a few weeks back, but got back on top of the ladder, so good for them. Looking like they might take out the McClellan Trophy, or one of the two or three teams that could be in the race for the McClellan Trophy if they keep winning. Now, St Kilda versus Brisbane. I can't pick against Brisbane here. What are they? 6-2 on the season. St Kilda, they had a nice winning streak there. That's come to an end. I think they had three wins in a row, but I think against Brisbane, I don't care if it's at RSEA Park, their home ground. I think Brisbane wins this one. But in saying that, it's my tipping. It'll probably go wrong. And if it does, that's great because it means the competition's nice and healthy. And I say that every week, don't I? But I mean it. So that's fantastic. Now, this is probably the hard one. Do I chop and change here a little bit? Bombers versus Carlton. I just don't know how to pick the Bombers. They're 5-3. Carlton are 4-4. Every time I feel confident about Carlton, they lose. Bombers, I think, I'm going to change this one, actually. I'm going to change it to the Bombers. Sorry, Carlton fans. But in saying that, if I've picked Essendon, chances are that Carlton's going to win, if you believe in that kind of crap. So I'm changing my tip to Essendon here. Oh, come back next week. I'm sure I'll look stupid for that. Now, West Coast, this is the game of the round. Not really. West Coast versus Bulldogs. Bulldogs who still haven't won yet, sorry, against West Coast, who have won 2 games, so credit to them, but still sitting in 16th on the ladder. Do I pick the Dogs for their first win away from home? No, I do not. Looking like the Dogs might go through the season without a win, sadly. Nathan Burke could be on the way out as coach if he's not already through the week. Maybe they don't make rash decisions in the AFLW like they do in the AFL men's comp. So I'd say at the end of the season, though, you can't go through a whole season without a win and expect to hold your spot. So we'll see what happens there. But for me, I'm picking West Coast Eagles in that one. Now, the Tigers versus the Cats. Now, Geelong has to win. It's pretty much every game from now on is a final. And it's the same for Richmond. Richmond's 11th on the ladder. We're both 4-4. Geelong has got the advantage of a healthy percentage, 118%. So that's keeping us in the 8 just at the moment. I don't know. Is it going to be enough? We have to win this game. We've got to beat Richmond. Do I pick Geelong for this one? Yes, I'm changing my tip. I had Richmond a while back. I'm changing it to Geelong. They have to do something. They have to. But in saying that, Richmond probably wins this game if you are following along with my tips and picking the opposite, which you might be. Well, no, I'm still picking above average, still picking above 50%. So if you pick the complete opposite, you're doomed. But maybe in these really close ones, you might want to think about doing the opposite. Who knows? The last game, plenty of games to go. 3 games to go. Sydney versus Collingwood, a tough one. Yeah, I didn't rate Sydney at the start of the year, but look at them. They're 4-4. Collingwood's 5-3. It's a home game for Sydney? Does that really matter? Collingwood's had some big scalps. I think I'm going to change this one to Collingwood. I think I'm going to have to do it. I'm very impressed with Collingwood. Yeah, they nearly fell over against us. The Cats came pretty hard in that fourth quarter, but they hung on. And I think they've beaten Brisbane as well. So Collingwood, a pretty good side this year. So I think I'm going to pick them to have an away win against Sydney. But again, don't be surprised if Sydney win this one. And I steered you wrong. So maybe do the opposite. All right, 2 games to go. Adelaide versus the Kangaroos. Probably the game of the round, it's fair to say. What is this one? Second versus third on the ladder. Yeah, game of the round. I think Adelaide are just a level above Kangaroos, even though Kangaroos on their day can be very, very impressive, but Adelaide all year round. Coming off a loss, I don't think they'll be too pleased with that. So they hopefully will fix a few things during the week and should get back on the winners list there. And the last game of the round is the Scum, the Hawks versus Port Adelaide, who were just terrible. Probably the worst game. No, actually the second worst game of the round, actually. Hawks have had a couple of wins. Port with a 1 win. It's the last game of the round. Fallen asleep already thinking about this game. I'm going to pick Hawthorn only because it's where the hell is Kinetic Stadium? Kinetic Stadium. I'm assuming it's in Victoria. I don't rate Port Adelaide at all. I don't like Hawthorn, but I'm not going to pick against them for the sake of footy tipping. I don't know. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to hit the save button. That is me, everyone. I am done with my tips for this week. I need to get into the top 5,000, but I'm going to have to pull something out in the last couple of weeks if I'm going to crack the top 5,000. And even if I get there, I'm not going to feel great about it. 5,000 is rubbish. You got to be in the top 1,000, really. And even then, if you want to be really good, top 100, which I've done before. I made the top 100 a year or two ago. This year it's all fallen apart. So anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. I'll catch you on the next one, and go Cats.